Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog today. It's been a while since I uploaded anything on this medium, at least. I've been mainly active on Instagram, but in the meantime, my work continued as usual, more or less. I'm currently finishing up a French battery of about 10 guns in 54mm scale or 1 to 32nd scale. And today I wanted to share with you my 54mm or 1 to 32nd scale Napoleonic Austrian army in plastic. And this will be kind of a commentary on my own army. So if that's what you like, then bear with me and I'll talk you through it. And I might also just put up some footage without any talking, since I also took some pictures with my DSLR camera and with my iPhone. So I might also make a slideshow without the ramble. So yeah, I've been working on this army for quite some time. And over the last 2 days I've been setting up these Austrians and Hungarians, Croats originally, Walloons, um, and a lot of other nationalities that together made up the Austrian army. And well, for this scale, 1 to 32nd to scale, there's actually just 2 sets of Napoleonic figures, recently 3, of which I painted the prototype figures. They are the head Austrian command figures. The actual Austrian infantry action and marching sets have still not occurred, and they've been in the making process for over 10 years, so I'm afraid we will never actually get to see them. But I've funded 2 crowdfundings, and somebody has been so kind to print these 3D figures, which they are STL files, for me. So I'll be getting a heap of more 3D printed resin Austrians in this exact scale. I already received some of them and they are simply breathtaking. They are made by Rafael Polkowski, and his company goes by the name of Coolx Figures. And I've also pledged for STL files of 3D resin figures that came out a bit before that from Piano War Games. And I will also get some of them, and Lucas, the owner, is actually making currently a lot of figures that I had to convert. So yeah, these guys will get reinforcements from guys probably 10 times more handsome than them, such as hussars, probably also uhlans. These are painted by Armenian plastic figures. I think they are more like Crimean War lancers, but they are sold as French lancers and also as Austrian uhlans. And the rest of my Austrian cavalry is a mixture of, they're actually all Italeri figures, and they're a mixture of British light dragoons and French dragoons that I gave Austrian helmets. and the bulk of my infantry is made up by Italeri figures. This is the first box that they came out with, and so are the grenadiers. Here we have a mixed grenadier division of Hungarian grenadiers. This grenadier battalion, I should say a mixed grenadier battalion, is carrying the Austrian Leibfahne, and this one the Ordinaire Fahne. And over the last couple of years, my Austrian army the last 2 years, it became clear that I wanted to specify on the Danube campaign. But before that time, I painted away a bit more clueless uniforms that I liked. So these are Hungarians that are pre-1809, since they still wear the helmet. And by 1809, the Hungarians were the only one to wear the shako. Then we have some early period, some more revolutionary wars, German infantry, and behind them is from the same period of time. So for example, the Italian campaign, the Grenses or the border regiments, and a command figure, a converted airfix George Washington, and he's surrounded by many chin toys guys, which I actually got them in a batch of partly painted figures, very cheap. But I still need to repaint them, finish them, because as you see, my Austrians go by the unbleached wool color, so very off-white, more towards a beige. But sometimes I get figures that I buy painted, and then I need to repaint that white, and ultimately most of the time I end up repainting most of the figures. So here's another hat figure, a prototype figure, but they are by now already available for sale. So I think despite all the 3D figures that are coming up, I will still get a box of them because they match in really nice with Italeri figures. Some conversions of a drummer of the 17th Plaisaw Regiment, if I pronounce that correct. It was an Airfix Imperial Guardsman. So they have the light brown facings and silver buttons. Although I became very much aware when setting up this whole army that when there's so many blend together, you don't really actually see the buttons that much. I once started off painting this army with the attention to war game for the About Bonaparte rules. So most of my units are sadly based around 8 to 12 figures. But now I'm more interested into a more diorama or setup type of displaying figures. So there's a lot of very small units that I have to fill out the ranks of in order to make it look more convenient and realistic, and eventually have like at least 30 figures per unit, and of some probably bigger, like my STL files, or the upcoming figures from Rafael Polkowski. I print about, or someone's printing for me, about 48 figures per unit, plus a couple of command figures, so there will be 50 plus per unit, per battalion, so to speak. to really convey that Napoleonic feeling. So here we have some Het Brunswick figures. It's a really old set, and I've been tooling a lot on them in order to make them look like Austrian Jaegers. So the gray ones are, I don't know exactly right now, but they are the 5th and the 6th Jaeger Battalion. I believe the ones with the white trousers are the 5th, and the gray ones without the big plumes are the 6th. But it's mainly a matter of a different dress that they wear. I think they could both look the same. So by this point my phone had ran out of storage space, but I've been rambling on for far too long. So thank you for staying with me if you made it this far. I hope to put up another video real soon, which will feature the 3D printed Austrians from Rafael Polkowski's Kickstarter that someone's been printing for me and that arrived last weekend. And if you want to see more, please visit my Instagram page, which is Stans Armee, and give me a follow there. And if you want to see more on YouTube, please like this video if you did enjoy, and also please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and bye for now.